Hi, my name's Robin Spano, and I am stoked to be welcoming you today to my desk space. Evie Christie asked me onto this vlog to give a holiday reading, so I picked the snowiest clip I can find from all my writing. This is from my third book. It's a work in progress, doesn't even have a working title yet. If you have ideas, please hook me up. It's a story of Clare, the protagonist, the undercover cop from all three books, and she has been sent to Whistler to find out what's happened to a girl, Sasha, who's around Clare's age, who has recently been found dead in the Blackcomb Glacier. The police want to close it as suicide, but Sasha's mother won't accept that, so she's fairly influential, and she's had an undercover agent be sent in to figure out, what the hell's going on. So Claire's first job is to learn how to snowboard. She's got to fit in. So here's the clip. This is chapter 9. Like this? Clare tried for the 12th time to get her snowboard to do what she wanted it to. Her instructor laughed. He was probably a nice guy when he wasn't making fun of someone who couldn't understand his terrible instructions. Forget it. Clare bent over, released her bindings, and stepped off the board. I can live in Whistler without knowing how to ride this thing. The instructor shrugged. His name was something goofy, like Flippy or Flopper. Clare hadn't bothered to remember it. Shredding's the crunchiest thing you'll ever do. Total body awesomeness, like sex on shrooms. You just have to wait for it to click. Oh, is that all I have to do? Clare narrowed her eyes through her balaclava. She wanted to rip the thing off. Her head was too hot. She was sweating. But that would mean taking off her helmet and rearranging. And it was annoying enough just trying to learn how to snowboard. Aren't you supposed to be teaching me how it clicks? Or would it be easier if I just smoke a joint and try to get down the hill? Flipper grinned, exposing straight white teeth that looked strange against his dry, cracked skin. That might help, actually. I learned when I was baked. It took me one lesson and I was down. Are you baked now? Clare asked. Because the instructions you're giving me are completely unclear. Shit, she sounded like a prudish bitch. One more try, said Chipster. You're doing well, despite your defeatist attitude. Your aggression will actually work for you if you stop insisting on turning it against you. Clare rolled her eyes. Didn't realize I had signed up for snowboarding Buddhism. She strapped her snowboard back on and immediately crashed to the ground. Get up, said Flooper. Clare got up. Wait on your heels. Duh, or else I would have fallen again. Clare began to slide slowly and horizontally, like Flapjack had been teaching her. She would fall again any second. Wait on your toes, all at once. Clare did what was completely counterintuitive and listened to Flopface. Instead of falling, though, she found that she had successfully turned and was now facing up the hill. Wait on your heels. The guy could at least congratulate her. Clare shifted her weight again, and she was facing down the hill. Another successful turn. Great. Now keep doing that, but while you're moving down the hill, back and forth, like this. Flip took off. In a ridiculously fluid movement, he made about 6 turns and was a fair way down the hill. He shouted up to Clare, Your turn. Clare wanted to swear at him, but instead she did what he said, a lot less gracefully, and with 3 falls along the way. When she'd caught up with him, Flip had grinned. You're a snowboarder, Lucy. Right on. You can work on your style, maybe build up speed, tighten those angles, but you've got the basics down. Whistler's gonna be your town, dude. Dude, Clare said, are you available for another lesson, say tomorrow? Ooh, Flippy said, she doesn't hate me anymore. I know you're not full of shit now. Your lesson kind of worked. Kind of, huh? Come on. We can ride the gondola up and do one run down from the top. Clare undid her bindings and followed Flippy Floopface to the Whistler gondola. Hey, Chopper, the attendant said to the instructor, which was cool because Clare was ready to learn his real name. Hey, Grant, this is Lucy. She's new. She's cool. Clare felt something soften inside her. Hi, she said. Man, you're gonna love it here, Grant said. Sorry you got stuck with Chopper, though. Sick snowboarder, but he can't teach worth shit. She told me already. Chopper took Clare's board and ushered her into the moving gondola. But if I can get her down this hill in one piece, she's gonna buy me a beer. I am? Clare said as the gondola doors closed behind them. Yeah, Chopper said. Hey, don't take this wrong, but you look just like this dead girl. What? Claire knew she looked like Sasha. Same shoulder-length dark hair, same slight wiry build. But she hadn't expected someone to comment on the similarity so soon. She died last week. I haven't even been up Black Comb yet. That's where she died, up in the glacier. She killed herself. It was freaky. Yeah, Claire said, I can imagine. Was she your friend? We're all friends. Whistler's like that. You might not like every single person here, but we all hang out, kind of like a rave. Or maybe you're too young to have gone to raves when they were awesome. The view behind Chopper was one of the most gorgeous sights Claire had ever seen. Whistler Village, receding below them, looked like a European fairy tale town. Claire half expected a cobbler and some elves to run into the streets. Snow-covered mountains surrounded the gondola on all sides. Claire wasn't sure she was ready to snowboard down from as high as it was taking them, but at least if her body was going to suffer, it would suffer in paradise. She thought of Sasha. Where's Blackcomb? Chopper pointed at the mountain beside theirs, with its own gondola that didn't go up quite as high. Blackcomb's a sick hill. Whistler's better to learn on, but Blackcomb has the crispy runs. Are other people like you? I mean, avoiding Blackcomb since that girl died? Chopper shook his head. That's the fucked up thing, man. Everyone's all, this is so sad. Let's have a fucking candlelight vigil and cry together and shit. I mean, not literally. We haven't done the candle thing. But she's all anyone wants to talk about when they're drinking. Good to know. But by daylight, Chopper said, it's like Sasha was never even here. Claire frowned. It's a transient town, right? Do you think people are just used to other people coming and going? Yeah, but Sasha never left. This town wasn't transient for her, was it? Were you, you and Sasha, had you dated or anything? Chopper looked past Claire into the mountain behind her. We slept together a couple of times. Nothing serious. Were you in love with her? He shook his head. I don't believe in love. I believe in human connection. Sasha and I had wicked connection. We fucked each other's brains out. It was the crunchiest thing ever. We just fucked and kept connecting deeper and deeper. Man, can you tell I've had a lot to smoke today? We only hooked up twice, a couple months apart, but it would have happened again. Man, it would have had to if it was too real. Claire smiled sadly. Of course she'd buy Chopper a beer. This was business.